The holidays can be a very difficult time for people who have experienced the death of a loved one, especially in the first year after a death, when survivors must learn how to develop new holiday traditions without them. Dr. Mark Cogburn, director of the Student Counseling Center and professor of clinical psychiatry at LSU Health Shreveport, is here to give us some tips on how to deal with holiday grief. Well, Dr. Cogburn, thank you for being here today. It can be really hard for somebody who has recently had somebody pass to be joyful during this time.
It really can. You know, we're born to attach to people. It's literally how we survive. And of course, when you attach yourself to people, it creates a vulnerability in all of us that if we lose that person, then we're going to experience a whole set of emotions. And there's a Kubler-Ross stages of grief. I think sometimes people kind of misunderstand those. That's denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance, but they don't really occur in a sequence like that. Sometimes you can be angry and then be depressed and then be in denial, and a lot of times we think, well, once we get to acceptance and that means it's over, but that's not true either. There are a lot of people that get to acceptance and then a week later they're having a bad moment. Again? Well, they're just having a bad moment or a bad morning or a bad afternoon. And so with grief, we just want the trend to be improving. We don't, as depression, it just stays there. Grief is normal. We have to allow ourselves to have these feelings, but you can move in and out of these stages that I'm talking about.
Now, with these stages that you are talking about, do you have to go one after the next, or can they jump around? Do they normally always stay in the,
They really
order?
don't. It's kind of different for different people.
Okay.
Again, somebody could say, I think I've finally gotten myself past this and I've accepted it, and then a week later say, I still can't believe it happened. I'm sort of in denial again about that. And so really we understand these are the stages that a person might go through, but again, it's unique to everyone, kind of how they're going to process that.
Now, starting conversations can be challenging for someone who may struggle with what to say to somebody who is struggling with the holidays. So what are some things that we can say to help somebody or to take notice of it?
Yeah, I always think 3 words: tell me more. Tell me more. When you start to talk to someone by saying, tell me more, you're showing that you're interested, you show that you care, you show that you have empathy, that you're present. And so it is awkward sometimes because we have our own ideas about, maybe I don't fully understand this, or I want to do this perfectly, or what if I say the wrong thing? But most people don't require perfection. They just require someone to sit and listen and help give them feedback about whatever it is that they're grieving about.
What are some things that people should not say, even if they do mean well?
Yeah, so things like be strong, you need to put this past you. A lot of times people say that because they really don't want to see the person they love suffer, but also maybe they have doubts about their ability to talk to someone about feelings. And so they say things like that, not in a way to discount somebody, but that I just don't feel like I want to see you like this. Be strong, put this behind you. These are usually not things that are very helpful for people that are actually going through the grief process and are willing to talk about grief.
And right, they mean well, but even saying sometimes those things of just be strong, you're trying to be strong, but oftentimes you are vulnerable. Well, thank you so much for being here today and for talking to us about how to stay strong during the holidays, but also what we should do to help others get through this difficult time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.